Welcome to ClubZella. My name is Precious Emeka Weird Zesty. And I prefer to go by Weird King Zesty because of the zesty inside there now, or the whole, a long story. Well, we're another podcast for ClubZella where we talk about comics, mythology, and everything fun about Africa, you understand, representing. And with me, I got my co-host there, Deji, very stubborn bad guy, very interesting human being, knows how to write stuff. I love him. Very stubborn, sha. And Deji, who do we have today on the show?
Well, we have today Eloswag.
Bad guy.
If everybody, I never finished. All right, Eloswag. Well, before you start happy yourself, he's songwriter, dancer, host,
all on one person,
and content creator.
All on one person.
Like yourself.
Okay. Hey guys, what's up? Chibo, also ignore the vibes. We outside.
Sharp.
I don't know how to type myself, but I'm here.
But he's a great guy to have with us today, and today we are going to be going about
we have a special topic today. It's all about trying to balance the whole idea of creativity and African culture. Like, how do you balance these two together? Let's say now you're a content creator, you're a music artist and all that, and you want to represent Africa in your vibes and stuff like that. Your music. Like, how do you come up with, say, ideas to rep Africa and to still keep your creativity like 100?
Yeah, so basically, Nigeria is not fully an English country.
Yeah, sharp.
We're colonized and we speak English. So that's where Pidgin comes in and also our native languages, right? So I infuse most of these into my sound. Right? I love Pidgin in my music, and I feel like once Pidgin is spoken or sung in a song, it mostly resonates with the audience. Do you get?
Yeah, man.
So that's why I put it into most of my music. Then when it comes to like dance, depends on what you wear. Right? Like my next video now, I'm thinking of wearing one African print that's so hard. I know that one. Once I'm wearing it, they'll be like, "This guy, what dress is that? Who's the designer?" So
no, I like to see stuff like that, like especially in our fabrics and all that, to see that kind of blend and to say, okay, yes, this is African and stuff, and it can really be cool. Because once upon a time, we had a stereotype whereby only English clothes were looked as like the cool, intelligent clothes that you could wear. But I mean, like, we have cool fabrics, cool textures and all that would actually sell as the in thing. I mean, like, to see that you have a plan to show that in your music and all that, kudos to you, man.
Yeah.
So, man.
All right, so now, speaking aside from the content creating and all that, so now, your music, from what I know, you've been in Ghana before, right?
Yes.
So, have you ever mixed your music with any Ghana before Ghanaian? Because I feel like I see you with your videos, you're really a free guy, so I believe you had done...
Well, for Africa, man.
Well, basically, I swear, like, at the time in Ghana, it was more of collaborations and everything. So, singing with... There was this Ghanaian guy, his name was Rod, and my producer actually in Ghana was Ghanaian. So, it made things easier. And, when you're around Ghanaians, they mostly speak their language. They hardly speak English. It's mostly Twi. They're just speaking to and fro. So you get to learn some of the lingua.
What's the popular one?
Odoyewu, Bra, Yenko.
Yes, but the one I know is Kwasia. I know that's an insult. Like,
everybody learning language starts with the
insult. The insult, my guy. Like, Kwasia, like, Baba, like, what's up?
I don't know one Ghanaian word.
Oh, yeah?
No, one. Actually, there was a time like this. Secondary school, hostel time.
Yeah.
One of our housemaster was Ghanaian.
Oh, what?
But unfortunately, I didn't learn a single thing Ghanaian word from it. But he insulted and spoke in it.
We need to pray for you.
Don't worry. I'm not cursed.
That's an argument for another podcast. Well, like...
Bruh. But yeah. Basically, it was mostly learning the simple love languages of Ghana at the time. So, like, Odoyewu, you hear that in most of
their songs. True.
And it makes their song actually nicer when you hear it, because you're like, oh, this is original, this is authentic. They're speaking their mind, they're saying it how they feel it. So,
yeah. So I'm a comic illustrator, and I do tell stories sometimes. And I remember one time I was doing a story for myself, low-key story anyways, and I decided to write it in Pidgin without putting any interpretation to it. And someone was like, "Why do you do that?" I was like, "Did you see the way the Japanese do, the way they represent themselves?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Factos.
They speak their language without caring for trying to necessarily interpret it for you. It's basically the international guys that try to interpret it for us supposed to understand. But they follow their culture 100% to represent themselves. And now everybody's trying to, not everybody, but most of the masses, trying to vibe with anime and all that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one thing we owe ourselves as creative to rep ourselves and stuff. I mean, to show who we are and not to be ashamed of it. And to say that there's value in this and how can we make this value more profound to people. I feel like it's mostly just the creatives that have this idea. The normal masses out there not necessarily have the idea, but I mean, in Afrobeats, they may have the idea that African culture is cool and all that. But then in other sectors of life, how do we spread this with our creativity?
No, that's actually something that we actually see every day. Now,
Mm.
from like you said right now, like the Japanese, they became very widely known with their culture.
Yeah.
And for the fact is that people want to know more about them and try to speak them, especially their music.
Mm.
And it's no offense to the other creators, but whenever they have their music, they're always wild, and I can't hardly understand one thing about it, but I know that it's something.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you can misinterpret it because some of them can be sad, some of them can be happy. But
Yeah.
like what you did with your writing right now, trying to spread the creativity in for everybody to at least learn by choice.
By choice, yeah.
It's actually what I say. It's needed. If I have to be honest. Now, I won't really. Okay, let me not brag. In fact, no, let me not even say it because I know if I say it now, you guys will question me, and if you question,
say it. I'm eager to hear this thing now. At this point, you just have to say it. You set yourself up.
All right, so it was one time like this. I was trying to write a book.
Yeah.
And you know that when you were in secondary school, you see all these books in Yoruba. So I was trying to write a novel in Yoruba.
Sharp.
It was nice. It was good.
Okay.
But the point where it got to the point where somebody could understand what I was writing.
Oh.
Now, it was a short story. It was a short story, but it was a good story. Ironically, it was about love.
Well, this face you make. When is it about love? Do you have some sort of bad love story? But anyway, let's not digress. Let's not digress.
Anyway, it was just a short story about love at one point in time. Just one guy trying to, fight with one girl. I'm sorry, fight for one girl. Then, but it actually was fantasy. No offense to Nigeria, but normal romance. So don't come for me anymore. So I was trying to fight one giant tortoise. Secondary school. Imagination
is wild. So no, don't worry, we get it. We get it.
How? Okay, well.
Anyways.
But my teacher told me that some of the words will even make sense. I was writing, so I just stopped doing it. But I tried to balance culture and creative, but the thing is that I was trying to be stiff about it, But I realized that instead of being stiff with going to the old tradition, they said go mix it up, be creative with them, like what you said right now. So it was more of like trying to make sure that, because the most important thing was that everybody could understand what
you're saying. Okay. Okay.
Not just that I was doing it because if I was just writing for myself, it's just for me to
understand.
You, yeah. But I need everybody to understand. So in a sense, but sometimes when the characters want to talk, they put Yoruba in it, put a translation in it, but the whole things were English. But in a sense, Yoruba words were placed in it. And I now use some mythical creatures for like Iluko. It was really a wild romance story.
So now, like,
I get the answer.
Just like your life.
Hey.
I think like to balance this whole thing, sometimes there are some shows that are strictly based on the language. You understand? Like they speak everything in Yoruba, using Yoruba as an example, since you brought Yoruba. And some shows, although the props and all that in those shows are very local, by local I mean very indigenous to the tribe, but then they speak English. So my point I'm trying to make is this. It depends on what you're going for. But whatever you're doing, I think the base of it is that everybody should be able to be carried along, everybody should be able to be understood and all that. That's how you get to sell your market. Well, nice one.
I feel like both ways are kind of like intentional and authentic.
Yeah.
So let's bring anime to this mix now. You know, you don't see, apart from the fact that they are dubs and subs, you know,
I
Yeah.
like dogs.
people would never really watch dubs.
Dubs, yeah.
They rather go for subs.
The
And
subs.
they watch it and they read. You know, some people make jokes that they are reading the subtitles and everything, and you know, but it still gives you the feel when you're watching a sub rather
Yeah,
than the dub.
than the
Like
dub.
you feel it. You are in the
You feel the culture
series.
even much
you're
more.
like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god, this is very interesting. Now, heading back to the Japanese culture,
Yeah.
they hardly speak English. You have to, like, you know, you might be a teacher now and go to Japan and say, oh, I want to teach you guys English, and they would even employ you,
Yeah.
but they'll still keep their
Their
heritage
heritage, yeah.
within themselves.
Yeah.
Because you can't penetrate what they already know. Do you get?
Hmm.
You
So-
can't really penetrate them.
Damn.
Like
So-
China now and everything. Like everything they do in China is formed in China.
It's formed in China.
WeChat, they hardly use WhatsApp.
Yes,
They use their own.
They
do you
use
get
all
you
that
get what I'm
stuff.
saying? So
Yeah.
they're creative with their own
With
language,
their own
their own
language.
culture. They hardly
Man.
diversify and come out and say, oh, okay, let's use what Yankee people are doing, USA people. And, you know, they do their stuff their ways, their own ways. and
Well,
how they want to
you're
do it.
making sense, man. You're making
Exactly.
sense. You're making sense. And I feel like at the core of all these things is something called confidence. Like they have confidence in what they have and they see value in it. And I guess that's why they stick to what they have. And for me, I feel like that's where the balance is. To have confidence in your stuff, to see value in your stuff, and see that your stuff is actually better. You get the point?
Yeah.
But that's not bad. That's not bad. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. I mean, like confidence sells.
All right, now let's as it's not bad right now. Just to be there, just to be. You know, it's not really off topic, but just to
Yeah.
be vibey. So I was talking about love just now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
having the feeling of love after February passes and all that stuff.
Still have to have every person.
Okay.
So this is actually for you.
Okay.
So personally, have you ever done a love song before?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
I mean,
Musicians are just lovers. Let's just
yes,
put it that way.
because I'm the only thing that I'm
lovers that have been heartbroken.
Okay.
Now I get somewhere because I know that you were just entering when I mentioned about the story. So now you're saying lovers that have been heartbroken.
Mhm.
So you're telling me you've already had that kind of experience.
Oh,
before.
most definitely.
He's a human being.
Most
man.
of the
So I'm not a
inspiration.
human being. Now.
Mm-mm.
We don't know.
We don't know yet.
That most of the inspiration actually comes from stuff that have happened to every creative, right?
Yeah.
You know, our daily lives, how we feel. So what you feel and how you feel can also resonate with somebody else. That's
Sure.
why most of the other musicians that most people like, when they sing, they're like, oh shit, this has happened to me before. I feel his pain. I understand his words.
Mhm.
So that's where it goes. That's how it comes about. So
Okay. So my question is, what was her name?
Now don't pass now. Rock of Ages.
Let it pass, be the pass. Let's
As
bury
in,
it
at this
behind.
point,
Let
like,
it not
Rock
go
of
ahead.
Ages, It's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not pestering it again. But can't find the song somewhere.
Most definitely it's online. Like I have audio marks, so most of my songs are there.
All right.
Mad. That's cool. So, what would you say is actually the actual balance for creativity and culture for you?
Honestly speaking, if I had to say the balance of it, it's more of should I say, like we've already said before, but I'll just say it again. It's more of communication.
Yeah.
The thing is that for me, when we are trying to balance one's culture and creativity, there are always going to be contradiction with them because some of the things you do might not sit well with the other people looking at it. So it's just the appropriate kind of communication. For instance, now Nigeria films, we've had plenty, and mostly some about horror. Few about horror, to be honest.
Old Nollywood was a lot about horror.
Yeah,
it was
about
actually
a
horror.
lot. Yeah.
So
Karashika.
the communication with those, some people might not have gotten it or like that. Some people might be scared with it, but it's all right. And most of the time, it's more about romance and love. But to me, the golden age is always comedy. Now, what I mean by comedy is also not just Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa. There's always a way for all of them from all those different groups that will make you laugh.
Yeah.
That whether or not you don't like the culture, the fact that you watch it, you will laugh. I mean, I'm sure that the most popular one, and one of the most popular ones is Aki and Popo.
Yeah.
Now that generation of people laughing with those with their films and those the same actors every single time they were there. There's no way that nobody laughed. And even when they came back, the Netflix film.
Yeah.
It wasn't as private as Godzilla, but that doesn't mean I didn't laugh at it.
Yeah, well.
And we have there was one Hausa show I remember. I can't remember the name of the person. It's been a long time, like secondary school time.
Well, they say comedy sells in Nigeria because Nigeria is hard.
Most definitely, everybody's trying to ease off stress.
Yeah,
so be happy.
Yeah, so that was my own between balance and culture.
So that's
creativity and culture.
And culture, that's communication, yeah?
Yeah, communication.
So what's it for you, man?
For me, I feel it's like involving it in your art, basically. So it boils down to the way you dress,
mad,
the way you communicate.
Yeah.
So basically, you see how nowadays people are more, intertwined with wearing Ankara clothing. I didn't come in that today. Sorry about that, but like
no
problem.
The African steez, you can still see it on. So yeah. Senators now at some point in time.
Yeah.
At the point in time, Yankee, when you were senator, they'll be like, "Are you wearing what they call it?"
They'll look at you funny.
Yeah.
They'll look at you funny.
But now it's kind of like accepted because
it's funny.
It's steez. Like when you're wearing that, you're like, "Oh, okay, this guy is a Nigerian prince," or one way or the other, you're from Nigeria. I like your style, etc. So basically, let's go to the song, the music part now. You see how Nigerians are still now modifying songs and putting like pidgin. For example, now Rema shouting Ozeba. Like, bro, a normal Yankee person will not understand what Ozeba.
Will be vibing to it.
Because of the sound, the authenticity.
Yeah.
Bro, they will love it. So basically, it's involving it in your daily lives, however. We eat pounded yam. I see on TikTok now. They are buying pounded yam.
To do food review. Yeah.
When the fact that when there was one time I was checking that someone wife was just doing Eba for a new sort of Eba. How do you make a new?
Just
put guy out to them. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So involving our daily lives, people want to, they want to come and know, what's this tribe? What's this culture? I like it.
Mm-hmm.
They want to attract themselves to it, and that's basically.
But I will argue that in all the things we've mentioned, communication, putting it as basically the same personality and all that. I mean, I'm saying being confident about it. If at all we merge these three together and the quality that we produce out is trash, nobody wants to necessarily associate with it. So quality should be another end game. Like whatever you're producing, bring your A game to it. If you're rapping Africa, bring your A game to it. If you're doing your music, bring your A game to it. If you're writing, your A game. Illustrating, A game. I mean, like, people would not want to associate themselves with something that doesn't look quality, no matter how confident you are in it. So, like, do your necessary skills, bring it up, man.
That's where value comes in play, Sha. I feel like most of our stuff now are more valuable. People,
exactly.
People tend to see it and they're like,
but if we're going back to culture, I mean, we can say that some culture from others have also influenced us. In that sense.
Yeah.
For instance, now when we're doing a comic book, those were from the Westerners and Japanese people when they did the mangas. Webtoons came in. Then everybody started doing their own. I remember the first Nigerian, I think it was Comic Republic. Or something.
Yeah, I feel Comic Republic. That could not be the first, but one of the earliest.
One of the earliest. The first one, the one that everybody will remember. I know I've said this in previous podcasts, the Super Strikers.
Of course, man.
Of course. Is he not going to say?
No, but the funniest thing I heard, the Super Strikers wasn't necessarily in Nigeria.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
So South Africa does. So cool.
But it was still cool either way. I mean, especially with the unrealistic football. You know, sometimes the first time
But I mean, that's what sells, man.
Yeah,
Like that's what sells. Like,
yeah.
take me to fantasy, man.
But here's the thing. I love so much because of the all the actual football things.
Yeah.
But there was one thing that would stick to my mind. How many players are inside the field? Never really got that. Never really got that one started.
Funny enough,
We'll blame that on the compositions
At
and
the
all
time,
that.
I learned how to run from super strikers, man.
For real.
Yeah,
Like,
For real.
yeah,
Oh,
from
super
checks,
strike.
like there was like an illustration on how to run with your toes, and I'm like, oh,
For
try
real.
that
Oh,
in
super
dance.
strike.
I'm serious.
Man.
Fuck those.
Wow.
Man.
Like I just run with my toes and
I mean, that time I didn't really watch football, so I thought that the bicycle kick was just a fantasy. Until I saw it, but it's painful. But I saw it.
bro.
It's real. You can learn a lot. You
Yeah.
can learn a lot from
I
what
mean,
they
I think
put
I
out.
saw Wayne Rooney doing one time.
Of course, he did it, man. He did it.
Man, you watch. But yeah, it was fun, man.
It actually shows you don't watch football.
I know,
That's
wait,
a whole lot. Long time.
No. First of all, I don't watch football. That one's a fact. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean I don't see football news.
Yeah, of course. Now
Yeah.
you are watching clips.
Yeah, clips of the past now.
Of the past, something that happened in 2006 or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll lose.
I won't
Watching
watch
in
football like
2025.
But I shall know one thing: I can't play football. No dice. I'll lose.
We agree on that. Don't worry. Empty cup. Anyways, thank you guys for being wonderful
Why are you looking
on
at
the
me
chair.
All right.
Please shut up your mouth.
This is deep.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
So please shut up.
You weren't here. In fact, never mind. Let's continue. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys for being with us, man. And I love the topic we just spoke about, and it has been exciting. It's been exciting to be with these two gentlemen. And on to the next one. We'll see you.
It was really exciting.
All right.